Hi friends, it's Joan at 10 Pentacles Tarot, and today I'm going to review for you the Mediumship Training Deck, 50 practical tools for developing your connection to the other side. Now, I'm going to put this on the Oracle deck review playlist, but this is not really an Oracle deck. This is kind of a class in a box. So, yeah, I guess you guess a course in a box. Okay, so this is by John Holland and Lauren Rainbow, and it's published by Hay House. This is what the sides look like. It is a nice, sturdy box that opens this way, and the inside's golden. And if you're wondering about John Holland is the creator of the Psychic Tarot. This is an Oracle deck, even though it's called the Psychic Tarot. It's very similar to a tarot deck, but if you want information on this, I've reviewed this on my Oracle deck reviews playlist, volume 1. And then John Holland also wrote many books. This is one of them. He wrote The Spirit Whisperer, Born Knowing, and Bridging Two Realms. So if you're interested in mediumship or mediums themselves, channeling, all of these things, which I'm very interested in, you might want to check out some of those things. And I've got book 2 for you book reviews. This book is reviewed on there as well. All right, so let's get back to the deck now. Okay, so let me show you how it works. So we have the deck, and there's a book, a guidebook, and it says the Mediumship Training Deck. Let's get some information. This was published by Hay House, like I said. And it was published in, I'm looking for 2020. Okay, so it's been around for just a few years. Let's see what the back of the box says. I feel like I'm jumping all over the place. Okay, here we go. The back of the box says, this extraordinary educational deck was created by psychic mediums John Holland and Lauren Rainbow to assist you in the development and unfoldment of your psychic mediumship potential. In these 50 beautifully designed cards, John and Lauren impart techniques and lessons they've used for themselves and have taught in their workshops. Topics include auras, spiritual energy centers, mind focus, meditation, imagery, and imagination, and more. Everyone from the beginner student to the experienced psychic can use these cards to enhance and strengthen their mediumship abilities and establish a stronger link between this world and the spirit realm. This is $24.99 in the US and $33.99 in Canada. So I'm really excited about this deck. I've always wanted to, I've always thought being a medium would be really cool, and I know that I am not born with the outwardly apparent abilities of most of the mediums that I know of, like John Holland and Lauren Rainbow and some others, but Kim Russo. But I am very interested in it. So let's see if I use this deck and it helps me, I will let you know. And if you use this deck and it helps you with your mediumship, please let me know. I just got it, so I've not used it yet. So it says mediumship isn't just about connecting to the spirit world. It's just as much about helping and healing the living. So even though the physical world and the spirit world are independent of each other, the two are in a constant interaction, and through mediumship, these two realms can consciously communicate with each other. A medium, put in the simplest of terms, acts as the middleman, forming the bridge that links this world to the next, who has dedicated his or her life to one of service. Mediums possess highly tuned psychic senses that enable them to receive information mentally from the discarnate, or spirit person, through their abilities of clairvoyance, clairaudience, or clairsentience. Once the link has been validated, information that's heard, seen, or felt is then communicated to the sitter, who is the recipient of the medium's information. Mediumship isn't just about connecting to the spirit world. It's equally about helping and healing the living. We all have the potential for mediumship, and that's what I'm hoping, John. but it takes dedication, commitment, and patience as you learn and understand the mechanics of how your own psychic and mediumistic abilities function. This practical and educational deck benefits everyone from the beginner to the advanced student of mediumship, as well as those interested in developing their own psychic abilities. I'm not going to read the whole thing, so don't worry. I'm almost done. In this training deck, we have imparted our knowledge and techniques and the lessons that we have used ourselves and have taught in our mediumship development workshops. Some of the areas will also help to develop and enhance your individual psychic strength, auras, spiritual energy centers, chakras, mind focus, meditation, ethics, spiritual well-being, imagery and imagination, and so much more. Okay, and then it talks about its definitions of spirit and soul, how to use the mediumship training deck. Here's pictures of John Holland and Lauren Rainbow. I'm wondering what you're wondering. Is that her real name? Okay, these are both psychic psychic mediums, and the illustrator is Michael Morgenstern. So we want to make sure to acknowledge him because that's important. And again, this is Hay House 2020. Now, this is the first time I've seen it. Again, I said this in my last video. I went to my local metaphysical store and they had a 20% off sale yesterday. So I was really excited to get this on sale. All right, so let's look at the cards. The cards are, let's see the size. They are a bit longer than a typical Oracle deck card. And they're glossy, so you can see the glossy. And on the back of each one is the lesson for whatever the card is about. And if it says partnership card at the bottom, that means you should use it with this other card that's also in the deck because they go together or they're helpful to each other. And these are all in a alphabetical order. So let's look at them, and then we'll pull one or two at the end so you can see exactly how they're written and how this deck actually works, or this training class, if you want to call it that. All right, Animal Kingdom, Be of Service, Blending with Spirit, The Breath, Calling Cards from Heaven, Clairaudience, Clairsentience, Clairvoyance, Creating Sacred Space, Creative Expression, Divine Nudges, The Divine Source. I'm getting a really good vibe from this deck, guys. I have a feeling this is going to be super helpful to me. Energy Scanning, Ethical Awareness, Evidence of Spirit, Finding the Stillness, Flower Power, Impression versus Expression, Inspirational Mediumship, Intuitive Walking, The Invisible Shield, Let's Get Grounded, Linking with Spirit, Masters of Mediumship, The Medium's Toolbox, Messages from Spirit, Mind Focus, Moments of Gratitude, Nature's Healing Power, Nurturing Thyself, Power of Empathy, Power of Prayer, Practicing Patience, Psychic Journaling, Psychic Touch, Reaching Out to Spirit, Replenish Your Energy, The Rose Meditation, Sitting in the Power, Soul Guidance, Soul Connection, Spirit Communication Process, Spirit Guides, Symbols, Thought Power, Time to Heal, Trance Dance, Turn On Switch, Wheels of Light, The Wonder of Colors. All right, so those are all the cards, and this looks already super interesting to me. I'm not sure that we need to shuffle them. I'm going to shuffle them up just so we can... Yeah, you might want to shuffle them to choose your card for the day. Let's see, so to say, you know, what should I work on today, Spirit? You might want to shuffle them up, mix them up. If you do shuffle them, they're great. You can't really, I can't riffle shuffle them because they're so long, but you may want to do that. So I'm just going to shuffle them up a little and see what Spirit has to say to us through this deck. Like, what should you work on now? Is there something inspiring here for you? Is this something you should do? So if the card that I pull and read really inspires you, maybe, you know, maybe you should take a look into mediumship training or even getting this deck. John Holland isn't paying me to do this, and neither is Lauren Rainbow. I'm just sharing it with you because I thought it was interesting and it may be helpful. All right, so, okay, Spirit, which card do you want the viewer to learn about today? Which card do you want the viewer to know something about? Okay, so this card is called Creative Expression. I was wondering about that card. Oh, cool. All right, so I'm going to set these up here. This is what the front looks like. Beautiful. Butterfly. A man painting the butterfly. All right, so it says this. Creativity is not only a way of expressing your personality and spirit to the outside world, it's also a great way of disconnecting your analytical mind so you can reconnect with the creative, expressive, and intuitive side of your brain. As children, we started our lives by freely using the more creative right side of our brain. As we got older, as a result of schooling and societal conditioning, there was a tendency to pull away from our right side and rely more on the intellectual left side of our brain. Intuition floats on the edge of creativity. So, try doing something creative, such as taking a class where you can practice sketching, drawing, writing, painting, coloring, making pottery, or whatever works for you. Being creative can be quite meditative in its own way. As you develop your psychic and mediumship potential, it can help you to train yourself to let go of logic and trust the information you're receiving, whether it's psychic information or messages from spirit. Every psychic and medium uses the vast, imaginative nature of the right brain to achieve a higher altered state. This is what's known as the artist mind. This is a special place where communication is pure and authentic. You don't need to have any artistic ability to practice with creative methods and tools. Just making the effort and having fun will definitely help to stretch your spiritual abilities further than you could imagine. And then this card has a partnership card, the Medium's Toolbox. So let's open that up. Let's grab that one and see how they're related. So we're looking for the Medium's Toolbox. I always feel like there's a message here for whoever's watching the video. Maybe it's the message that, hey, this book would be good for you, or this deck would be good for you, or maybe it's something that is on one of these cards that Spirit wants you to focus on, or that would be good and beneficial to you. So this is the card, the Medium's Toolbox. That's the partnership card that goes with creative expression. And it's beautiful. This is what it says. As a medium, you have access to the most amazing set of tools, namely the Medium's Toolbox. Spirit accesses this resource by providing information, signs, symbols, and inspiration to enable you to be a more evidential medium, which meaning you can give more evidence to the person you're reading for. As the saying goes, Spirit never wastes a thought. Your toolbox is continuously being loaded with the knowledge you acquire throughout your life, whether it's part of your education, life experiences, or poignant life lessons. The more you continue to add to your toolbox, which is unique to you, the greater the references that Spirit can use to help you validate and provide evidential messages in your communication. For example, if you're a doctor or medical practitioner who's immersed your life in the study of medicine, it's more than likely that your toolbox will be packed full of medical references. This allows the medium a unique opportunity to access medical evidence when working with a spirit. To keep your toolbox up to date, it's important to feed it with new information and experiences. Make time every day to add to it. Learn something new or experience something for the first time. It could be time to take up painting or start learning a new language. By becoming more aware of your surroundings and the people around you, you'll fill your toolbox with new impressions. You'll also find Spirit will have a great wealth of information to access and enhance your communication. Okay, well that makes total sense. The more new and creative things we do, the more is added to our toolbox, the more Spirit has to work with when giving us signs and evidence for the people we read for. All right, that's pretty amazing. Let's see, should we do one more? Let's do one more. If you have stayed this far, folks, I would just like to appeal to you for help. March 19th, 2024 will be my second anniversary with this YouTube channel. And even though I didn't actually make a video until April, I count March 19th as my anniversary. So I would love it if you could help me get 1,000 subscribers then. We're up to 670, I believe. Nope, I lied. 640, sorry. We're up to 640 subscribers. I would love to get to 1,000 by March 19th. That's just in a few weeks. Friends, if you watch and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing because it's completely free for you. And if you're watching anyway, why not? So anyway, I'm just appeal to you about that. And if you just want to continue watching without subscribing, that's fine too. But I'd love it if you could help me with this goal. So let's get one more card and see what Spirit says, what else Spirit has to say. Ah, there it is. Trance dance. All right. I was curious about that one. Let's see. It says, let's dance with Spirit. Trance dance is an enchanting way to just play with the energy of Spirit in a manner that's both fun and inspiring. There are no set choreographed steps, just the rhythmical movement of you and Spirit in perfect harmony. This reminds me of Alana Fairchild. This just, if you are not familiar with her, you might want to look her up. She's a spiritual teacher. And I feel like trance is her thing, or trance dance. Trance dance can be an uplifting practice that can reduce stress and be a refreshing change from the more formal and traditional practices of mediumship. Moving as one while immersed in the love and support of Spirit, you'll feel your overall energy rise. When you couple breathing techniques with trance dance, it's possible to achieve higher levels of consciousness. This can be a wonderful healing practice. Begin by finding some space where you can move around freely. Play inspirational music that moves your soul and raises your energy. Set the mood of your sacred space with your choice of lighting, incense, or candles. Close your eyes and breathe into your heart space, calling in the energy of Spirit to join with you. Let your body sway naturally to the music, just you and Spirit in movement together. As you relax, surrender every part of your body to the flow of the music through your dancing. You will feel awakened and energized. As you dance in the light and love of Spirit, dance as though no one is watching you, so you can reach the wondrous place of uninhibited freedom, inspiration, and healing, where your connections with Spirit will thrive. All right. Okay, friends, so that is my review of the Mediumship Training Deck by John Holland and Lauren Rainbow, published by Hay House in 2020. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Again, so consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't done so. I want to thank you for being with me today here. I appreciate you so much more than you'll ever know. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is where you are, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.